Welcome to another video of weekly stock picks. Today I want to talk about RMO Romeo Power and WKHS Workhorse, as I've been getting a lot of questions on them on the stocks lately and how it's going to shake up in the coming weeks. If you like these kind of videos, make sure to hit the like button as it helps small YouTubers like myself immensely. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So you can see I put a Romeo video out about 3 weeks ago. Romeo was at $20.61. So this is probably one of my worst picks, but the main reason why I called out Romeo was because of the big United States Postal Service contract, which hasn't even happened yet. You can see the stock has just been falling and falling and falling. I keep on falling, but it's just waiting. It's waiting. It's definitely hit a bottom down here around $14.50, and it's settling around the $15 mark. At the time, Biden was trying to do his America First EV wave, and EV stocks, especially American EV stocks, were shooting up through the roof because it was going to get cleared at any moment now. So the kind of hype died down since nothing really materialized from it, but it's still in the works. There's all kinds of pictures on the internet of these things just absolutely setting on fire, blowing up. A lot of the vehicles are super old. The post office now uses about 140,000 Grumman long life vehicles for its main delivery service, manufactured from 1987 through 1994. They need to be replaced. This is a huge contract. We're talking like over $6 billion. Many Workhorse Group investors see the contracts as a home run that will create a significant return on their investment. I bought a substantial stake in Workhorse at around $15, and I sold at 42 last week, the other week ago. I do put my buy and sell alerts in my Discord channel in the description of the video in case you're wondering. Right, so like $6 billion contract, Workhorse, Biden gonna give it to an American company. Workhorse is an American company. WKHS Romeo supplies the batteries for Workhorse. Right, so it's like goes like this, goes like this, goes like this. I don't know if that makes sense. So Romeo's gonna be a huge benefactor. They're already a battery supplier to Workhorse. So if Workhorse lands this contract, Romeo is going to land a lot of battery making opportunities, in my opinion. That's why we called it out. So we don't know when this contract is going to get announced. They could hint at it this week. It could be next week. It looks like it's going to be within the next month or so. But again, you know, it's the government. They do things at their own pace. It could get extended. You know, don't take my word for it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a crazy dude on the internet who loves stocks. One cool thing about Romeo is they do supply the batteries for the other main player in the running for the contract, Oshkosh and Ford, as you can see right here. So it's kind of like hedging your bets with Romeo Power. Not that it's better than Workhorse. Workhorse has higher potential to really pop off to the 100+ range in their stock if they land the contract. Honestly, if they land the contract, it's going to go from right now, I think it's around $33. I can see it shooting up to $70+ in the short term. And in the long term with their drone technology, it could really be anything. They're both kind of speculative stocks as they both rely on the United States Postal Service contract, but they're both doing well on their own. And Workhorse has been crushing it. They just landed a big over 5,000 vehicle contract with Pritchard, and they have kind of caught the eye of IKEA. There has been Workhorse IKEA trucks spotted on the road as IKEA is trying to electrify their fleet. There has been Workhorse IKEA trucks spotted on the road. So there's a picture of one right in the flesh, or I guess in the metal. So they still do have a lot of potential, even if they don't get the contract. But Workhorse has been, you know, growing on their own with all these other contracts, all these other deals. Once one company gets them, then it gives confidence for other companies to jump in. And there's rumors of like refrigeration trucks, which they could work with all these food companies, or Walmart for transporting goods. I mean, it's really endless, you know. And then we talked about their drone technology. They have a patent for the only truck, I believe, to launch a drone, a patent for the only like delivery truck to launch a drone from the vehicle itself. So there's a lot of good things popping off from Workhorse on their own, but this contract is the big catalyst for Romeo and Workhorse. And if, again, Oshkosh or Ford wins the contract, as Oshkosh and Ford are together, if they win the contract, then it's going to trickle down also to Romeo, in my opinion. Right now, the stock's sitting at about $33. You can see there's a little bit of kind of resistance building in this area here. If I bought in around the $33 mark, I think it would be fine. It's going to be so erratic next week. It really depends on how this committee thing goes, what they ask for, what responses they get. It's one of those things where you have to be confident. You have to do your due diligence. You know, people say that, you know, do your due diligence. It's really because you have to know what you're buying into. That way, if something goes wrong, you don't freak out, you know, or get overly excited either way. You kind of know and you have a game plan, right? We know a lot of us are holding for this big contract announcement, and that's what's going to keep us holding strong. You know, if you like Workhorse in the long term, which I do like Workhorse in the long term, they have a lot of good things like we talked about. You know, your due diligence gives you armor to withstand blows when the stock starts to plummet. Looking at the charts here on Romeo, it looks like it's up after hours about 2%. I would wait for the open and maybe let it dip a little bit more. It's really kind of overbought right now on the RSI, and I'd probably wait for another position. But again, the hype for the USPS contract could really take over, and the stock could just to go up because everyone's anticipating the announcement and everything like that. So let me know what you're doing in the comments below. Are you guys holding? Are you buying more? Are you cost averaging down? I personally have thousands of shares in both companies. I pretty much will always buy the dip on things I believe in. And these ones you're going to have to watch next week though. So you can't just set it and forget it. Definitely keep an eye out and set your stop losses to prevent too much damage to your portfolio. That's going to be all for me today. I'm going to try to get another video out early next week. I'm still bullish on AMC, so I might do another video depending on how it goes on Monday. But everyone have a good night. Peace out.